Evening, everybody. Russ from Grass Chat here. So, sorry it is very late, as usual. Some things don't change, do they? But also, I was just in a bit of a bit of a discussion on Facebook anyway with a post that I'd put on, which distracted me a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to do something which we haven't done for a while, and that is do a weekend preview video. So we're going to discuss what is coming up on what is actually the biggest weekend of usually 2-day events. The end of August bank holiday, the last bank holiday before Christmas. Ooh, that's fast approaching, isn't it, unfortunately? So we're going to press on. Already I'll apologise for the background noise because somebody is still up and not in bed. And he doesn't seem to want to go to bed. So, hopefully he won't interfere too much. But if he does and you find it funny, then that's great. If not, then I apologise. Right, we're going to kick off then with what is coming up on this coming weekend. There are 3 2-day events and there's a 3-dayer. But it's not the ones you were thinking of. So, I'm sure all the news has filtered out now over what's gone on. First off, we have to obviously mention that unfortunately border counties have had to withdraw their traditional 3-day festival this weekend. That is not happening, so please don't head over to border counties because you'll find that you'll be the only ones there. We'll come back to that in a few moments. What we are going to discuss first is what is more local to me, and it is the 48th edition of the Fastest Man on Grass Championships, and that is held at Sturton and Stow's venue at Caneby Corner, and for the first time in the history of the Fastest Man, it will be a 3-day meeting. Now, what this is, it is actually 2 meetings in one. Saturday is separate, I believe, to the rest of the meeting. I may be wrong, hopefully I am correct on that. But Saturday is just classed as a fun day for the regular racers, but it does also incorporate the Stockhatch and the Formula 600 National Championships, the final 2 classes to declare national champions this year. So men's and ladies Stockhatch and Formula 600 national titles up for grabs. Of course, this is not as on the official list, official put loosely, because in Stockhatch and F600 terms, they do credit it as their own nationals. And that is held at different venues each year. So Sturton is the host for it this year. So what's going to happen is on Saturday, the 25th of August, for Stockhatch and F600 in particular, they will all get 3 heats, so 3 qualifying heats. And then on Sunday for them, they will have 1 final heat followed by the finals, so that will then declare their national champions. Now, for everybody else, you're obviously more than welcome to attend on the Saturday. What is going to happen is they're going to try and just make it a bit of fun, and first heats will just be as normal. Everybody will go up in their classes, straight line starts. Heat 2 is where it gets interesting because they're planning on doing a staggered start. I'm not sure if it's a rolling start or not, but it is a staggered start, and they're promising up to 20 cars in a race, so that could be interesting, couldn't it? Especially in the higher powered classes, with how they get on. So I've done this before. Radford, I remember doing it a few years back. Unfortunately, that day was cut short by a few incidents, but hopefully we won't have similar things here. But we're looking to do that at Sturton, and also bring back some traditional good fun races where it's not quite so serious. So they're planning on doing Devils races for adults and juniors, I'm sure. But that is what the Saturday is mainly built up about. Now, there has been quite a few people interested in what the actual Fastest Man on Grass is all about, because they've not attended it before. Well, Sunday and Monday, if you exclude Stockhatch and F600 for the time being, but on the Sunday, everybody will get 2 heats. That is how that goes. And then usually at the end of the day, the Glen Carter Memorial Race is run, which is something which is quite familiar for me, because it's one of the few things I've actually won. But what that incorporates is the top point scorer from the CGTRO league out of each class gets to qualify into that race. So away drivers, that's not something for you to think about, but on the Sunday you will all get 2 heats. Now on the Monday, every single driver who is still running will get a final. Even if you have started both heats and not finished either of them, you will get a final. Back in the popular years when it was on the Lincoln Showground, I remember Class 2. So yeah, just to elaborate, there'll be all the drivers will be put into selected finals depending on their results. So A finals for obviously those who have pretty much had 2 heat wins. Then the B final will only have a couple of drivers in it, possibly, depending on the numbers of cars. And then everybody else will go down C, D, E, etc. Now, I think it was 2003, the last year on the showground, Class 2, I think, went down to a J final. That because of how many cars there were that in that time. Now, commonly now, we get down to a D, maybe an E. And what happens there is the winner of every final C onwards, just the winner usually goes into the B final. And then from the B final, it's usually the winner, possibly plus second place, depending on how many slots are available for the A final. So you win the B final, you go into the A, and then you go from there, obviously racing for the trophies. Now, things go a bit further from here, because then if you, well, let's break it down. Saloons, then specials. In the saloons, if you finish your final in the top 4, you will go through into the fastest saloon on grass knockout races. Now, what that is, it then qualifies towards the fastest saloon on grass. So top 4 in each final. So that's all the men's finals, 1 to 10 plus stock hatches. 1 to 7 plus stock hatches. So 8 classes are available. So I think it will be the top 4 from the stock hatch nationals final will go through. They will then be drawn into set races. There'll be 4 races for the fastest saloon on grass qualifiers. So each car, like each driver who qualifies, will be put into one of these 4 races. Then from there, so straight line start, class 1 against 7, and etc. From there, the top 2 out of each of those knockout qualifiers will then go through to the fastest saloon on grass. There's a fabulous trophy to win for the fastest saloon on grass. You will go through there if you finish in the top 2 of your qualifiers. And then in the fastest saloon on grass race itself, the top 4 will go through and progress to the fastest man on grass. Now, the defending champion of the fastest saloon on grass will qualify automatically. If they haven't qualified again through the day, they will start as 9th place on the grid, starting behind the other 8 starters for the fastest saloon on grass. So that is that. The specials, it's slightly different. There are only 2 knockout races. It's still the top 4, I think, go through from the final. So 8s, 9s, 10s and F600s, they will all go through. And then there'll be 2 knockout qualifiers in the fastest special on grass knockout stages, where the top 4 again from each of those 2 races progress through to the fastest special on grass. And then the top 4 out of the fastest special on grass will then meet the top 4 saloons out of the fastest saloon on grass. Now, again, if the fastest special on grass winner from 2017 hasn't qualified directly, they will automatically go into that race anyway, starting on the row behind the 8 qualifiers. And then the top 4 saloons, top 4 specials will line up for the fastest man on grass. And again, the defending fastest man on grass will get to start on the row behind if they haven't qualified directly. So hopefully that's not made it too complicated and confusing. It usually does work out a bit confusing on the day as well. All I can remind drivers is if that you do qualify through, you're best off staying in the pits all Monday afternoon, waiting for your numbers to be called. But it's still great fun. And it is great to go on a straight line start racing against different classes and actually seeing sometimes some of the smaller classes beat the more fancied bigger cars. Also incorporated in the fastest man on grass. Apologies, we have a distraction. And we're back. So also incorporated here, we have the fastest junior on grass. Now this works out slightly differently. So after the junior final, I think usually all the juniors get another heat. So after the junior Saloons and Specials final, they get another heat. And then I think it's those heat points get added on to previous scores. I'm not sure if it's from the heats in the final or if it's just the 2 heats before. But then I think I'm not sure if it's the top 4 saloons and top 4 specials will then qualify into the fastest junior on grass, where they will start on a handicap. The specials have to catch the saloons. And then they crown a fastest junior on grass. So once the juniors have done their finals, that's not the end of it. They can move through into the fastest junior on grass. Also to go, there's the Lincolnshire Open Championship for adults and juniors. It's just a whole load of open races. Anybody can go out in them, adults and then juniors. There'll be lots and lots of those. And then at the end of that, all the points get added up again, and somebody will win a lovely trophy. So that is pretty much what we can say. Gates will open to the venue on the Friday. Unfortunately, I haven't written down start times or anything, but what I will do is copy all information onto the Grass Chat page thereafter. So that is the 48 fastest man on grass if you are interested. Now, there are 3 other events on at the weekend. Unfortunately, I don't have quite as much information on it. So I can only give you what I've seen. But, of course, with the unfortunate withdrawal of the Border Counties Festival, of course, a very popular 3-dayer, but unfortunately it's not able to happen this year. So that won't happen. But very, very fortunately, Hereford, local, obviously, in the same league, the West Midland League, they have stepped in and they have been able to place a 2-day meeting of their own at the popular Lug Raceway, of course. So on the 25th and 26th of August, this is the Saturday and Sunday, not the Monday. So on the Lug Raceway, of course, Hereford now, they've gained quite a bit of respect after their UK round, which they received a lot of praise and positive comments from, so that was good for them. So hopefully this will draw in a good crowd. 2 separate days racing, 10 o'clock start both days, and there are planned cash prizes for the Champion of Champions. So if I'm assuming that because it's 2 separate days, it will be... Yes?
Oh, it's got 2.
Do you want to be on camera?
There's 2.
There is 2. Sorry, this little man just... saying hello. So, yeah, there are cash prizes for the Champion of Champions at the Hereford 2-day meeting, and I'm assuming that means then that the class winners from both Saturday and Sunday will qualify into that, and then the winners will receive quite a nice cash bonus and at least pay for their journey home. One very, very important point though, please, anybody with a race car, do not go through the village of Marden, is it? So please don't go through Marden Village if you've got a race car, because by the sounds of it, you will be stopped. And yeah, they obviously won't be very happy about it. So I was going to try and say something a bit funny about it, but no, quite serious. Do not pass through that village, please. Thanks, Tim Jones, good mate there. 3 o'clock, you can get on the field on the Friday, and camping is, of course, available. You are allowed to camp over on the Sunday night, but I think you have to leave the field by midday. What? Monster truck and car. Go play. No, not on my paperwork. Do you want to come up here? Say hello. Oh dear. Right, okay. We'll move on. So that covers the Hereford meeting. Let's hope that they get a popular turnout. I saw some photos of the venue. It's looking absolutely fantastic. So big credit to all involved there. Right, across the water, it is the final round of the All Ireland Autograph Series hosted by West Waterford. Fortunately, I don't have too much info on that. I did have a look but didn't see a great deal. Hopefully some photos will be passed through as well. Very important, Tim, back to Hereford, there is a beer tent. That's what everybody likes. West Waterford, though, they've got a DJ. And... yeah, that will keep everybody entertained. But yeah, West Waterford hosting the final round of the All Ireland Autograss Series. Always popular with the Irish racers. Hopefully it will continue to be. And yeah, they got a good turnout. 11 o'clock start both days, running on the Saturday and Sunday. And yeah, we hope that they have a successful weekend. So yeah, that's great. I can't really say too much more on that because I don't know any more info on it. So that's a shame. Hopefully somebody can pass some over. So, we then move and look to our final 2-dayer of the weekend, and it is Invicta Kent. So, the Invicta Kent Club, obviously very popular with their league, very strong club representative, and yeah, they should draw in some good outside support as well. Stop it. Watch the telly. So yeah, hopefully they'll receive some good support from away drivers. 2 separate days racing, 10:30 a.m. start both days, and this is on Sunday, Monday. So don't get that mixed up. This is Sunday, Monday, not like the previous 2 days we've mentioned, which are on Saturday, Sunday. This is Sunday and Bank Holiday Monday. 10:30 start both days. 2 separate days racing. They're looking at. They've got quite a bit going on. There's 2 Memorial Champion of Champions. I'm sure the Kent members will know what that all incorporates. The Frank Bradstreet Memorial Champion of Champions and also the Nick Shorter Champion of Champions. I'm sure both will be well received and supported. Also, Perpetual Shields are on offer for classes 5, 7, 9 and Stock Hatch. And also something interesting that they're doing is that they are doing some Top Gear power laps where it's a little competition between drivers. They've got 1 in each class, and what they're going to do is they get a rolling start and they just do 1 timed lap and see who is the fastest. And not sure when during the meeting they're planning on doing this. Of course, if the track is very slick at that time, it's going to make times interesting because obviously the high-powered cars won't have the grip to do it. So yeah, let's see. That'll be an interesting thing. Hopefully somebody can provide some coverage of that and post the results as well so we can share them. But yeah, that's great. So that is it. All those 2-day meetings. Of course, Sturton now a 3-dayer. It's after racing on the Sunday. Thanks, Nick. It'd be great if some video footage, photo footage, and the results could be shared after that. I'm sure they will be. But yeah, should be great fun to see. Let's hope for everybody this weekend the weather is kind and we can all go out and enjoy the racing after, of course, a very busy month with the 2 national championships, which I hope you've all enjoyed and you have recovered from. So that is practically it for now. We will be at the Fastest Man on Grass all 3 days now, so hopefully we can provide some coverage there. We may provide some video coverage on the Saturday. We'll probably give Sunday a miss and then try and do a bit on the Monday, but it depends on how we go racing wise ourselves. Usually very busy on the Monday, so we'll try and do what we can. Also, some photos will be taken from the Fastest Man on Grass weekend, and we'll upload those onto my photo page, RT Photography. And yeah, please like that page and yeah, keep an eye out on photos there. It's not just autographs photos that I do. I've been covering some from track days and things like that as well. So please have a view. But that's it for now. Yeah, not much more to say. I hope you enjoy wherever you go this weekend, if you do go anywhere, and hopefully we'll see plenty of you at the 48th Fastest Man on Grass. I am Russ from Grass Chat. Thank you very much. See you all, well, some of you at the weekend, and see the rest of you very soon.
See ya.
Say bye.
Bye.
See you, everybody. See ya. No, all right. Bye, everybody. We'll see you soon.